Let's say you're married, have one kid, and now you're thinking of buying health insurance. Good move. Now you have two options. Either buy individual policies for each member or go for something called a family floater. And we get this question a lot. What exactly is a family floater and should you get one? Hi everyone, I'm Shashank and you're watching Ditto Insurance. In this episode of Health Insurance 101, we're talking about family floater health insurance plans, how they work, who they're great for, and when they can backfire. And if you're confused between buying separate policies or combining everyone under one plan, this video will help you decide. Nevertheless, you can book a free call with Ditto and our advisors can help you understand which is the better option for you. The link is in the description. Alright, now let's start with the basics. A family floater is a single health insurance policy where the sum insured is shared among family members. So it's like one pizza and 5 people share it. As simple as that. So instead of getting one policy for yourself, one for your spouse, one for your child, one for your parents, you buy one joint policy with a single coverage limit. Say you get a family floater for 10 lakh rupees. Now all three of you, that is you, your spouse, your kid, can use that shared cover during the year. If your spouse is hospitalized and uses 4 lakh rupees, the remaining 6 lakh rupees can still be used by you or your child. The plan stays active until the total sum insured is used up, unless your policy has something called as restoration benefit or no claim bonus that can bump it back up. We've made a video on restoration and no claim bonus. I'll link it below if you don't know what that is. Please check it out. So who can you include in your family floater? Now it varies insurer to insurer, but generally you can include yourself, the policy holder, your spouse, dependent children up to 25 years, sometimes even 30, or parents or in-laws if the plan allows. Now here's where it gets tricky though. You can't club anyone into a family floater. Most policies allow only 2 adults and they usually need to be spouses. So you can't include your parents and spouse in the same floater. You can't include siblings either. If you want to cover yourself and your parents, you will probably need a separate floater just for them. Now, what are the benefits of a family floater plan, you ask? One, it's usually cheaper. A single premium usually costs less than 3 separate policies. 2, it's easier to manage. You don't have to track multiple plans, premiums, or renewal dates. And 3, many plans let you add newborns or spouses during renewal. The premium will be readjusted though, and the insurer may ask for fresh health details, but it's possible. Now you might be thinking, wow, this sounds great, but it's not always the best option. Now let's talk about the downsides. First, all members share the same sum insured. So if one person uses a big chunk of the cover, the rest of the family has less to fall back on, unless again you have no claim bonus or restoration benefit. Imagine your father has a heart surgery and uses up 8 lakh rupees from a 10 lakh cover. Now only 2 lakh is left for everyone else. This can be risky if you have elderly parents in the plan. Second is the premium depends on the age of the eldest member. Now this is very important, so listen. If your dad is 65 and you're 35, your premium will be calculated as if everyone is 65 years old. And that can make the plan super expensive. That's why we usually recommend keeping senior citizens on a separate floater plan and young healthy members on a separate one. Third, and you should know this, sublimits hurt more in a family floater. Now, if there are restrictions on room rent, surgery limits, or copay clauses, these hit harder when multiple people are sharing the same pool. So if you're buying a floater, try to get one with no room rent limit, no copay, no disease-wise sublimits. Also check if your plan has restoration benefit or no claim bonus. These are actually lifesavers in a family floater, and now you know the reason why. Because if the sum insured is used up, these features bring it back. Some even allow restoration multiple times in a year. And here's another thing people miss. Most plans cover kids only till 25. Some go till 30, but once they cross that age, you have to move them to another individual plan. So let's say your daughter turns 26 next year and you forgot to act on it, she could suddenly be without cover. And lastly, watch out for consumables and value-added services. Now, if you're buying a family floater, make sure it includes no restrictions on room type, free annual checkups for all members, teleconsultations, and discounts on tests and medicines. Alright, now we know that when you should get a family floater. Now let's understand when should you consider splitting into separate policies. Now, if your parents are older or have health issues, it's better to keep them on a separate floater. That way their age and risk don't affect your premium. If someone in the family has chronic condition or high-risk hospitalization, it's usually smarter to give them an individual cover so the rest of the family isn't left with zero cover or reduced no claim bonus. Now, in summary, family floaters are great for young, healthy families who want a simple, cost-effective solution, but they need to be structured carefully. get the right sum insured. Don't lump everyone together in one single plan. And the most important part, folks, is to read the fine print. If you want help figuring out whether a family floater works for your setup or want to review your current policy, all you have to do is head to the link in the description, book a free call with us in under 2 minutes, and we will reach out to you and will help you choose what's best for your situation. Alright, in the next episode, we'll talk about how to actually read your policy document after you buy it. There's a lot hidden in the fine print that most people miss. Now, let's make sure that you're not one among them. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, happy insurance hunting.